Good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to know something about your grandparents, how they lived, and how they, used to pass their time, and really how was their life? Did they lead an independent life, or were they dependent on people?
Good afternoon. That's a very interesting question. I, especially when I have to talk about my grandparents, whom I really adore. They were a very, very lovable couple. They belonged to the Gandhian era. Their needs were simple. They were very open-minded for their era. They they traveled a lot all over India, and basically they were very friendly, but they were fiercely independent, the two of them. So they had their own house. After retirement they moved to Chennai. But whenever anybody needed help, they were always there at hand. They would go on their own help, and the moment they realized that they had done their bit, they would very gracefully come back to their own house, which was their heaven of peace or whatever. And even there, my grandfather was a very ardent member of the Theosophical Society, and they did a lot of good to everybody, and it wasn't limited to one certain segment of the society. Anybody in need could always go and talk it over with them, and they felt better, and till the end they were both like that.
Did they have time for other activities, leisure activities,
Leisure
like
in the sense
they play games and
games I have not seen them play as such games. But then they both loved going for long walks, and then Tata, of course, was very much into Theosophical Society meetings and all that. Plus the temple, Anatta Padmanabha Swami temple, which was about to be built at that time, he mobilized funds and all. He would tell people to contribute and all that. He was actively involved, but he always maintained a low profile.
Okay.
And my grandmother was an extraordinarily good cook, and she could help, and she was wonderful in handwork. She could do knitting, and even any piece of string also, she wouldn't let anything go waste. She'd make beautiful crochet sofa bags and whatnot. And till then, any new pattern she saw, she would ask, and any new recipe, she was always willing to try it out.
Okay. And how do you pass time, your time?
A lot of things I do, because I teach part-time at the advanced classes. I love French, and basically I love teaching. And I also teach children who have learning disabilities. A lot of charitable organizations. I like to do my bit for the society. And a lot of old people who are, what they lack is little attention. Monetarily, they have no problems. I try and spend once a week. I go spend a couple of hours with them. And I love gardening. And I have a little bit of a garden, you might say, on my terrace. And I love meeting people of all ages. And I love music. Fortunately, the area in which I live, there are a lot of concert halls nearby. I have the opportunity of attending a lot of nice concerts, music, dance.
Okay. Do you have any message for the next generation, for the younger generation?
The younger generation, yeah, they can be sincere in whatever they do and love what they are doing. I'm sure they'll always be successful.
Okay. Thank you.